Joy and pain. Good afternoon. Glad you all are tuned to 88.9 FM WEAA. The name of the program is Masterclass. I'm your host, Robert Shahid. You know, every day we try to present something different in the way of giving a special attention to some of the masters of this music that's ours. All of the musicians, everybody from Leontine Price to James Brown, and everybody in between. Today is a special treat. You hear it in the background. The young man who's our guest today that we're going to present to you has been wooing audiences for years. I'm talking about Elliot Levine. That's him on the keyboards right there. He's a composer, a band leader, a keyboard artist, playing all over. Thousands of people have been tapping their feet to his music. And this is the first time we've had a chance to interview him on 88.9 FM. He's our guest today. We're going to talk about his history. He's got a brand new CD out called Sugar Honey Iced Tea. If that doesn't sound tantalizing, I don't know what does. So let's give a warm Morgan State University, WEA, welcome to my guest. He's right here with me, Elliot Levine. Good afternoon. How are you, young man?
Yes. Hey, good afternoon. Good to hear from you. Thanks for having me on.
What a pleasure it is to have you on. I tell you, we've been waiting for this opportunity. And I think we've been playing your music all. See, everybody loves you. We have been playing your music and hadn't had a chance to talk with you. And when this new CD came out and I listened to it, I said, "Oh man, this is our golden opportunity." So we're gonna play some tunes so that our listening audience who love you dearly, just like all of your live audiences do. We're going to play some of those. I'm going to do some of the ones that I like. I think I like everything on here, so maybe I'll get your help in picking some. But before we do, man, you got to tell us a little of your history because you have been really turning audiences on all over, not only Baltimore, but all up and down the East Coast and all around.
Yep.
And you kind of have cultivated a cult following, man. Everybody loves you. And so tell us a little, where are you from originally?
Well, first of all, thanks for all the compliments. I'm originally from Wheaton, Maryland, and I lived in Baltimore for about 10 years, and then, but I'm pretty much a Marylander, and then moved back to Silver Spring. Currently, I'm in Myrtle Beach, but I'm from, Wheaton and lived in Baltimore.
Okay.
Love Baltimore. And let's see, and once again, wow, all these compliments and honors. I'm grateful.
Well, it's true. It's absolutely true, man. I hear, I see some of your posts on Facebook all the time, but even more than that, every time you're playing some of the, if it's at right around here at what is it called, Harbor View or whatever that place is.
City View.
City View, man. Yep. The place gets packed. You can't even drive by the place when Elliot Levine is there. Then you made that special appearance at Caton Castle and way back, and I tell you, people packed the place.
Wow.
So
you know, love both those places.
So it's just become a phenomenon when people find out where you're playing. They're right there because just like the CD, people are tapping their feet. You know, a lot of times musicians are playing music that doesn't absolutely connect with the audience. You seem to connect in everything you do.
Well, part of it is I enjoy what I do. It just gives me joy, and I love doing it, and I think that just happens naturally. You know, it's not like I'm trying to do anything other than trying to just have fun, and I guess that becomes very contagious.
That makes all the difference in the world when you're having fun. People who are listening to you and watching you, because I know that all of your many fans know that the music is grooving all the time. I think that's part of the name of one of your older CDs, which we'll talk about that too. But it's also something to watch somebody who's into it. I mean, when we watch you on the keyboards, you into it, man. You were into it.
All right. Yep. That is definitely me.
So you had a CD out, which we played from when we opened up. I chose Joy and Pain.
Hey, yep.
That's one of my favorites off of that one. That's Urban Grooves.
Actually, that CD is Live Plus 7. That was recorded, including the track you heard at Club 347 when the place was open. And I guess it has Mo Teal on drums, Ernest Rahim on bass, Jim Carney on percussion on that one. Just want to give my shout out to the people that play on it.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. You got to do it.
Yep.
That's a popular one, man. Out of the tunes that we get for requests, that's one of the hot ones, man. It does it. But now you have something new out, and that's what really sparked this opportunity that we wanted to seize to just let everybody hear from you. Sugar honey iced tea.
Honey iced tea.
Is that a favorite beverage? How'd you come up with that name?
There was a painting which was on the album cover from the woman that did it is Mia Coutura, that had basically a picture of sugar and honey and ice and tea. And I just thought, from that, there's a song in there, sugar, honey, iced tea. Pardon my bad singing, but that's the melody. So that's how it came about, just from seeing a painting with the name and then saying, hey, that's the song. So that's really how I did it.
Well, I see the painting on the front cover of the CD, and I think that adds to it. Our guest is Elliot Levine. He's sharing music with us and history. We're going to talk about some of the history. We're going to talk about those days down at 347. We're going to play some tunes from the CD. In fact, with your permission, I'm going to play one of my favorites, which is the title tune, Sugar Honey Iced
Thank you so much.
We're going to share it with you right here. Elliot Levine right here on 88.9.
Sugar, honey, iced tea. Sweet to me. 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 My head's in the clouds, sweet and happy, like a good summer day. Sun's up a little bit dizzy. Sugar, honey, iced tea. Sweet to me. 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 Sugar, honey, iced tea.
Brand spanking new music coming to you from my guest, Elliot Levine. He's on keyboards on here. Sugar, honey, iced tea. And you got some great vocals in here, which I didn't hear on that previous CD.
Yes.
Tell me who's on this CD with you, huh?
Okay. Well, on this track, is Jerron Bradley on vocals. Also goes by Jay Breeze. He's hits all the high notes. He also
I hear.
And then Bryson Groves is playing both drums and guitar. He's like 25 years old. He's just like a prodigy, and he's up and coming and can play really well on both the instruments. Eric Malden's on bass. Everybody on this track is pretty much from the Myrtle Beach area. And let's see, so it's Jerron Bradley, Bryson Grove, Eric Malden, and me for this one. But also on the CD, I have Leroy Harper on a couple tracks. He plays sax with James Brown back in the day.
Okay.
And then Jim Carney is on my other CDs. He plays percussion on some of them. Malcolm Max Howard is on one of the tracks. And then Nelson Ortiz, who grew up with Carlos Santana back in the day. There's knew him and went to elementary and high school with him. He plays percussion on, he plays percussion on I'll Be Around. So it's, but all of the people, except of course for Jim Carney, are from the Myrtle Beach area. But of course it was mixed over in Baltimore at Bill Pratt's studio. He did like an amazing job just getting it all together. So definitely have to give a shout out to him too.
You got to give a shout out to everybody because this is a great, great CD. As all of yours are, every time we hear your music, we tap our feet and feel good. It hits the groove. Elliot Levine is with me. We're going to play one of his suggested tunes from this CD. But first, I have to share some messages with you from WEAA. As we share this, man, what do you want to hear next as we come out of the messages? What do you want to play again for the audience? Brand new music.
Well, I like Summer Madness on this one, just because you get to hear Bryson Grove play guitar, and it's just like a mellow tune, and summer ain't over yet. We got a couple more weeks. So,
we're going to squeeze a little bit more out of it then.
A little bit more summer in it, yeah.
We're going to do just that. We're going to be doing a little Summer Madness with Elliot Levine right here at 88.9 FM, the brand new CD, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. We're going to let him tell you where you can get your copy and what he's doing. But first, there's some messages on behalf of WEAA, and we'll be right back.
Summer madness. 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 Summer
My guest is Elliot Levine. That's Summer Madness. You know, we got a lot more summer going on, especially with this global warming.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Miller. Was that Bryson on guitar playing that laid back guitar solo?
Yep. Bryson, and he also plays, in addition to guitar, he plays drums on it too.
Man,
and Jerron Bradley, Dave Reeves doing the high notes on his vocals. And he's really good too. He also plays drums, but not on the CD. But he's a good drummer, and he's in his 20s, and expect a lot more from him too.
So you're tapping into the youth. So you're going to have these guys hanging around with you for a while.
Yep.
And you've always had some good I don't want to call them side men and side women, but it was teammates. I guess that's what we'll say they are. You've always had good ones at the live performances. And so this is no exception on this CD. You got to tell people, where can you find the CD? Where can they get them? And just exactly what you got coming up.
Okay, thank you. Well, first, to order it online or, for delivery, it's at Bandcamp, which is BANDCAMP.com, or specifically ElliotLevine.bandcamp.com. You can get it on vinyl, which is like iced tea colored vinyl. You can get the single on vinyl, and you can get the CD, as well as you can, there's like a USB inside a 45 RPM record, like basically a sandwich.
Okay.
I'm pretty much the only person that has ever done that.
That sounds very clever. Very clever.
Too. But more importantly, on Sunday, the 3rd of September, meaning this Sunday, I'll be at Joe's Record Paradise. That's in Silver Spring, Maryland. Actually, 8700 Georgia Avenue, downtown. From the basement, so I have to take the elevator down. And I'm doing an in-store performance where they'll have all product, all the merch, the CD, the vinyl. That's September 3rd between 1 and 2 p.m. So, again, that's Joe's Record Paradise in Silver Spring, downtown, between 1 and 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 3rd.
Very good.
I'll be playing for an hour, a lot of stuff off the CD, and, be signing the copies, and hope to get some people there to not only support vinyl and records, but live music too.
Everybody wants a signed copy, so I'm sure that's going to be a special opportunity to get one. My guest, Elliot Levine's got new music. He's doing a new thing. He's going to be down in Silver Springs. All of that as we share his music for the very first time on WEAA. Now, we're going to go back and share some from the Urban Grooves CD. But before I get to that, there's another favorite that I have from the CD. We're going back and forth, Elliot. So I picked one, you pick one. Now I'm going to pick one, okay?
Cool.
This is one of my favorites here from 88.9 FM, brand new CD.
Oh, guava cake.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to go to the island, surf's up with waves crashing, flying, tropical drink on the high end, drinking bar, and I'm trying to get a piece of that guava cake, guava cake, guava cake. Gonna give me that guava cake, give me that guava cake.
Oh, yeah. This is reminiscent of some tunes I can remember playing a while ago. Guava Cake. This one was written by our guest, Elliot Levine. Tell me how you came up with this one, buddy.
Okay, well, I got an email that was advertising guava cake, and once again, it's like, okay, I hear words and put music to it, and that, as you might think, the guitar player who's like shedding is Bryson Grove. He's like 26 years old, and just it was like I said, play something that sounds like just rock it out,
He
sound like
did it.
Van
It's
Halen.
totally different than the solo that he gave us on the
Right.
on Summer Madness.
On Summer Madness. Yeah, he's versatile. He can be mellow and he could just rock out. And that's like I was thinking, yeah, I got to hear him play. When he rocks out, he sounds like that. So
He
it's like,
does, he does, and I think I wanted to share that because the CD is very versatile. You can get a little bit of everything in this,
right. Mm-hmm.
and
It's all me, but yeah, I listen to and have been influenced by a lot of different things, and
well, that's
as
what I
you
was
can
going to
tell,
ask you. Where do you get your influences from, and who did you like when you were coming up musically? Who were
oh,
some of your inspirations?
good question. I think a big part of it was I got to see Monty Alexander, jazz
Oh,
piano
yes,
player,
yes.
and basically what I got from him was one, he enjoyed what he was doing, and he made me feel what he was doing. So my goal was I wanted to make people feel the way I play the way I felt when I heard him play. And he
Uh,
also kind of, communicated that you don't have to be all that technical to play jazz. You just have to play what you feel and have people feel what you feel. I mean, you could get a little technical, but it's not like you have to be Art Tatum where, when I heard Art Tatum, it's like, I could
oh
never
yeah,
get to
that's
that
that's
level, but I could get to Monty Alexander if I work at it, at least how I felt when he played, which is kind of blues based. So he was a big influence. And of course, growing up, and playing, in Baltimore and like back in the day, I think I got to play on the same stage as Mickey Fields, the sax legend. And
Oh, I
for me,
didn't
that
know
was like
that.
the
So
ultimate.
you're up at the old
Yep.
Sportsman's Lounge then,
Yeah,
huh?
Sportsman's Lounge and all around there was Cade's and, Cade's Country Club, which was
Absolutely.
not a country club, but it was like, basically a bar. And then, the Birdcage and, I mean, I got to play with Mickey Fields. To me, that's like a big, big thing.
Oh yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
the way he put that power and that soulfulness into his sound, that was huge for me. And, he's definitely an influence. Of course, I always listen to pop music, partly because I guess I get bored with music and I want to hear new stuff, and I've always seeked it out. So I'm influenced by a lot of stuff that's current too, especially like electronic music. There's always something that resembles like a little bit of electronica and, a CD, like maybe a track. And I listen to that too, because it's like, okay, part of it is the beat wakes me up and just, it's invigorating. So I hear a little bit of that too. But, I mean, I can tell you what's out now just because I seek it out. I want to hear new things and keep evolving, So that's definitely a big influence for me.
Well, we
And
knew
of
it
course,
was a vast influence because you play a little bit of everything.
yeah. And then I also want to mention, just because it needs to be said, I play with the band Heatwave. They basically, if you know Boogie Nights,
Oh, and always and forever and all those tunes.
Yeah,
Now,
I've
see,
been
I
with
didn't
them
know that
for.
about your musical history.
Yeah, well, I'm still with them. In fact, I will be not far away. I'm at the Dell in Philadelphia. That's going to be Saturday, September 2nd. And the Whispers, Zap Band, Shy Lights are also on that. So, if you don't mind driving a little bit, you can see me play in Philadelphia.
Now, when is that going to be?
That's going to be this weekend, this Saturday, September 2nd.
Okay.
But I've been with Heatwave for 24 years, pretty much. And, basically, Rod Temperton, the original piano player, wrote Boogie. Well, we wrote all the Heatwave tunes, but he wrote Thriller for Michael Jackson, as well as Rock With You and Off the Wall. He also wrote Gimme the Night. But when he became famous and worked with Quincy Jones, there was an opening. And basically, a few years later when they didn't a different heat wave in England, I started in '99 because there was a need for an American, heat wave. They didn't have to fly everybody out. So pretty much I've been with them since '99. And I love playing with them. I get, all of Heatwave tunes.
So you're still with them now. What is that? What is that like play? Because those tunes are timeless.
Oh, I love it. Especially, as I was saying, Rod Temperton is a piano player. So if you listen to Boogie Nights or Groove Line, you'll hear a piano solo in it. So I get to play a solo,
Okay.
And Always and Forever, I just, get to stretch out and have, play in front of a lot of people because, there's usually on the Soul Jam type stuff, there's a big audience. There's nothing like it. It's a huge thrill to just play a solo and just rock out in front of a lot of people playing, doing what I do, and having fun. But you can see me in Philadelphia with them on the 2nd. But, check out Heat Wave and you'll probably see me. We got Indianapolis and a few shows in addition to all that.
So you're constantly on the move then, not only with your group, but with all the Heat Wave and the rest of them that you work with.
Right. We got California coming up too. So, I stay busy and more importantly, I love just getting out and playing in a different place, and vibing off all, things that, in different locations. Because it's always a good fun audience.
That's a good thing, man. My guest is Elliot Levine. We're learning a little bit more. I'm learning a lot more about him than I knew. I appreciated his work and his music, and I've known quite a few of the musicians that you work with, but I didn't know about Heat Wave, and that's history. Everybody knew about it but me. So that's okay. That's why we got you on here at WEAA.
And then back in the day, I toured with Wilson Pickett. That was in the early 90s when they needed a sub for a few shows, Curtis Pope and all them. So that was kind of fun. Wilson Pickett had like the whole, he was all about, the feeling, and that was just like a major fun time, backing up Wilson Pickett too.
You got to describe that to us. That's one of the guys who on the Saturday show everybody wants to hear. Not only
that scream,
because he used to say he's the guy who screams in tune, or he finds the right note to scream in every time he does it.
Right. And I do have to mention, like, when I am in town, when you see me play with my band in the Baltimore, Washington area, Earl Ivy on drums, who just got married.
Oh, yeah, just got married. I saw that.
Yep.
Congratulations, Earl Ivy, if he's listening. We got to give him a round of applause. Just got married.
Yeah. Yep. To agree.
Great drummer.
And then Ernest Abdul Rahim on bass.
Now, I've known Ernest for 1,000 years, man.
Yeah, and Earl, too. I mean, there's videos of me with both of them in the 80s.
Oh,
and
my
Natalie
goodness.
Red, Natalie Red sometimes on vocals. She's just a powerhouse. So, when I'm in town, like at Mr. Henry's or somewhere like that, you'll see, basically me, Ernest, and Earl are the triumvirate.
Well, that's quite a rhythm section right there.
The powers that be put us all together, and it's magic when we're playing together, and there's nothing like it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, that's a whole lot you've been sharing. Give me another tune and tell us why you picked it from the CD.
Okay, well, I'll Be Around, which is a cover of the Spinners. I guess, you'll hear Nelson Ortiz on percussion, who played with Santana and grew up with him. He had all these pictures of him and like a young, high school age Santana in the pictures. He's on percussion. And then, of course, you got Bryson Grove on, actually, that's Love You Down, which is cool too. But I'll Be Around is number 6. There you go. Yeah. Bryson Grove, Nelson Ortiz, and Eric Molden on bass.
Very good. That's what we're going to do.
And I got to give a shout out to the people at Heat Wave. There's, Scooby, Dijon, all the singers from Heat Wave. Let's see, Anthony Conti, Charles Ransom, and of course you got to mention Spoon on drums, and let's see, Les Campbell and Daryl Grady. So they're all in the Baltimore, Washington area. Some of them might be listening. Just want to mention they'll be on the show in Philadelphia too. And Willie Bennett, who's the booking agent. So anyway, hope to see everybody in Philadelphia with Heat Wave.
That's my hometown. So I'm going to tell all the people to come on up, man. It's going to be a groove.
Oh, and with Heat Wave, with Philadelphia, also I mentioned Jamaldine Takuma.
Oh, the bass player.
Like a friend. The bass
goodness,
player.
What a bassist.
He comes down from Myrtle Beach. He sat in the local clubs, and he did a thing called, a thing in Whiteville, North Carolina. It's called the Dirt Road Experience, where basically we brought jazz to the small town. And I'm continuing it. And if you're ever around Whiteville, I play jazz piano at the Chef and Frog, which basically they're all friends with Jamaldine Takuma, and he'll come in and sit in when he's in town. But, he'll be over at the show, he'll be a guest at the show in Philadelphia, so I get to meet up with him again. But
that's going to be like a reunion.
Yes, I played his family reunion, and when he's and still stay in touch with him a lot. So nice, decent person, and a phenomenal bass player.
You have to tell him I said hello. He was a guest on our show. I guess it's been about a year and a half ago.
Right.
And my goodness.
Can't mention Philadelphia without Jamal.
Oh, you cannot. You cannot. Of course, he's a fashionista too.
Yes, exactly. what he'll be wearing
You won't know till you see him. He's going to be
right,
meticulously dressed.
Yes, I mean I saw the label Gucci, and he's got it going on with that.
Elliot Levine is our guest right here at 88.9 FM. His new CD, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'll be around.
Hi, I'm Tracy Kervine, jazz vocalist, and you're listening to WEAA 88.9 FM, the voice of the community.
Hi, this is Najee, jazz saxophonist and flautist, and you're listening to WEAA 88.9 FM, the voice of the community.
You've been listening to Masterclass here at 88.9 FM, coming to you live from the campus of Morgan State University. WEAA. I'm Robert Shahid. I'm your host. My guest to share his music today has been a real treat. Elliot Levine has been sharing brand new music from his CD, and I've been mixing up some music from his Urban Groove CD, which came out years before this. All that to let you know what a groove he is to be with. Elliot, it's a pleasure to have you with us, man. Time goes by so fast, man.
Yes, thank you so much, and I appreciate it, and I'm grateful, and thank you so much for doing what you're doing, especially to the local music community.
I love it. I love it. Tell everybody before we go where they can get your music, and if you can run by all of those engagements you have coming up,
Yep.
You can let them know.
Okay.
All right.
First up, you can get the CD online at Elliot Levine, 2 L's, 1 T, one word, .bandcamp.com, or just search Bandcamp for Elliot Levine. And then I will be at Joe's Record Paradise Sunday, September 3rd. That's this Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. Joe's Record Paradise is in downtown Silver Spring. Again, Sunday, September 3rd, 1 to 2 p.m. I'll be at the Dell Music Center in Philadelphia with Heatwave this Saturday, September 2nd. The Whispers app and the Shylights are on that too. And then look in the future, I did some studio recordings with Devon Howard, vocalist Teddy Douglas from the Basement Boys, and Keith Mason, as well as Christian Demasonis as a sideman. So check all those out, and you can hear me on that. And then if you're in Myrtle Beach, look for either Second Wave or Leroy Harper or just my name. I'm probably playing somewhere if you're down here, and you can always go to like myrtlelive.com to see if we're anywhere, or go to my website, elliotlevine.com. So again, hope to see everybody in Joe's Record Paradise on Sunday between 1 and 2 p.m. Thank you so much.
Elliot Levine, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you. Love you madly. Look forward to sharing your music regularly right here on 88.9. And we hope you have a good gig. Tell Jamal Dean Takuma I said hello. We're going to be doing it on the weekend.
I will. In fact, I'll probably be seeing him in Philadelphia. Thanks so much.
All right. Love you much, man. Thank you so much for this great music. All right.
You too. Thank you.
Stay tuned, 88.9 FM. I'm Robert Shahid. Part 2 of Masterclass is coming up next with an eclectic mix of music that all belongs to you.
You never really mattered too much to me. You were just too damn old for me. All that really mattered was you were my girlfriend. Baby, it's all that mattered to me. Remember when I drove you home from work? Love the way when you kiss me by. All your friends think that I'm too young for you. Too tough. I can do what guys their age can do. Oh, baby, let me love you down. Even if it takes all night, let me love you down.